Hi, everybody. So, welcome back to the podcast for $1 Million Thrift. I'm your host, Dee London, and this is my better half, Robert Tranchina. And we are here with Ron Alexenburg, the one and only. And we actually today wanted to open up this little forum and just talk about what we've all been going through to bring to you guys a potential show for $1 Million Thrift. And Robert, my better half, what he's gone through so far, and Ron being here, and he knows us both. So thank you for being with us, and
Thank
thank
you.
you for agreeing to come back. He's
Absolutely.
my behind the scenes guy who does all of my stitching, my moving furniture, my washing of things, fixing of things. He has his own sequence kit because I don't sew.
Careful, not too loud.
So he actually does sew, and he does put things together for me on the clothes that I get, and does all my paint jobs on mannequins and everything else. He's basically my yin to my yang.
Thank you.
And thank you for doing everything you do
Thank
on a
you.
daily basis, because he puts
Absolutely.
up. This man puts up with a lot, and as you know, Papa Ron, he's a former New York cop. He is a muscle dude. He works out hard at the gym, and then
I have to.
and now he has his own sequence kit.
I have to work out hard. Because, one of the things that I love about you is you tell me you got something or you got a little desk or a little pillow. And as you can see in some of our clips, it's not little by no means. And on top of that, if you've seen our house, and it really needs an elevator, the stairs are just insane. And you don't tell me that it took
Yeah.
4 guys to get it in the car, and I'm one guy that has to not only get it out of the car, carry it up these steps, and not
In all
damage
fairness, let me tell the viewers what we're talking about. I go to thrift shops and I find very high end luxury items for pennies on the dollar. And as you know, when you find something at a thrift shop, it's not like they have where you could do layaway or pick up later. And so I will find some amazing things and big things, household things that I can't carry myself. And I'll call him up and say, "Hey, babe, need your help. I need you to come pick up this." When? Well, right now, because I'm at the thrift store.
while
Well,
I'm in a meeting.
while he's in a meeting, and you've experienced that. You guys have been in meetings, and I'm calling, going, "I
Four-
need help."
4:30 in the afternoon. U-Haul closes at 5. But I
Yes.
need to get a U-Haul
Yes.
to pick
Yes.
this up.
Yes, the struggles are real, and I don't want to miss out on something. Case in point, we picked up a really, really good bar set, which I think back in the 80s when it was a popular brand new item, it was probably over $15,000 for what I have. Yeah, it's an entire leather bar, and it came with stools and everything. And it was one of those things where I had to go pick it up right then and there. I found it on OfferUp, and he's like, "Can it wait?" And I said, "Well, if it waits, then somebody else is going to pick it up." And I got it for $75, right?
You can't beat that deal, no question. I have the U-Haul people on speed dial now, private numbers.
He
'Cause
does.
I
He
said,
has a
"Listen,
cell phone of the guy. "Hey, I need
trust
your
me,
help."
this is not gonna end. It's never gonna end." So just if I could have your personal cell, guys, and you could keep after store hours, that would really work for me.
Yeah, but you've been brave to hand carry a Santa.
Oh,
Oh,
You've been
300
brave
pound
to
Santa.
send that Barbie. I don't know
the Barbie
how.
box. Yes.
I don't know how you got that up the steps. Okay. And she has a smile and goes, "Robert." Yeah.
Listen, it was my birthday and we did a Barbie theme, and I was able to thrift a Barbie box, a very ginormous wooden Barbie box. It was gorgeous. And it was important to the effects of the party.
Yeah,
And
no, real-
he, right? I mean, it was a great
Oh, it
party
stood
that he
out.
put together.
Stood out.
And that was like the centerpiece because everybody jumped in the Barbie
Where
box
is
and
it
took
now?
pictures.
Where is the Barbie now?
in storage,
And are you ever going to
Don't-
use it again?
which means somewhere in my house.
Yeah. It's in your bedroom. You don't know it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Our
this
bedroom
this
has
man
become a
has
boutique
put
for
up with
always.
a lot. the other day he gets up and in our bedroom we had to move because we had guests and stuff, and we had to move this actually 3 of the clothes racks, which are like this big and very wide, and we had to put him in our bedroom. And he gets up, he's kind of groggy, and he runs into it on his way to the bathroom, and he's like, "Oh, one day I'll be able to make the walk from my bed
Oh,
to the bathroom
my
without
daughter.
running into
My daughter, I get a text
things."
from my daughter. She should be asleep. She's upset because she wants to go to the bathroom, but she's scared because she sees a hat and this figurine outside of her door. I stop for a moment. I get nervous. I go to run. I go, whoa, it's okay, baby. It's just either a mannequin or mom's clothes. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Daddy's right here.
Yeah, she didn't even want to get up out of bed. She
Nah.
texted
It's
him.
the only house where the lights stay on all
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no
Yes.
one. I mean, we have 15 mannequins. 16 in the living room from display?
24.
I guarantee you, I don't need an alarm, lock my door, or even a dog because they're going to think 15 people are at my house at all times.
It's true. If somebody were to actually look from the outside, and because we have a lot of steps to get to the front door, but if somebody made it there and looked inside the window, they'd probably get freaked out.
Yeah.
seeing
Well, the
what's
dogs,
Yeah,
the
wrong
dogs
house.
would, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
dog-
they'd tear somebody up anyway. But my point is, if they were for asleep and the robbers were real quiet and just peeked in the window, yeah, they'd run out of there. They don't want anything to do with that.
How do you manage to find space for everything?
Oh, that. I was in construction for a long time, and so I've always looked at how to make things work, hang things up, fix things. So I kind of put that together with what she brings me, and try to just organize it a certain way and make it look professional. So
He does.
Oh, it does. It
Yeah.
looks very
thank you.
professional.
He has a really
Also looks like there's 2 psychotic people living there. Yeah.
that there is.
I told him that if we don't end up creating our own show, we'll end up on the Hoarder Show.
Yeah.
Somehow we're going to be out
Very
there.
luxury hoarding. But,
He really is a good sport. I mean, what this guy goes through, I to the ladies, it's just this man. He puts up with a lot. To the men out there, I mean, he has raised the bar so high and just does so many things. And he
Thanks.
does it with a smile, even though behind that smile, it might be totally
Oh.
an annoyed feeling or angry. But he goes, okay, babe.
takes
And
me
I
a
know
minute.
what it really means.
Takes me a minute. The initial side of me comes out, and then I have to reel it back in and go, okay.
Okay, but in all
We're gonna make
fairness,
this
once
work.
we have a boutique and I can
Yeah.
display all this properly and it leaves my house, then,
Oh, yeah.
Then
So,
it'll be
Robert,
okay.
what is the most outrageous thing she's ever purchased and asked you to place in the house?
Well, she comes home with quite a bit, and I always shake my head. The pillow was interesting. That was because she calls me up. I'm in this scene right here. I'm in the middle of a meeting.
guys, he's really annoyed there.
She stopped. You have to get this now. I have to go pick up this pillow. I said, okay, but what you're seeing here is she doesn't tell me that, again, 3 guys carried it to the truck.
I told you it was
the
a very
size of our
large,
bed,
oversized.
but the picture she sent me was like the size of my thumb. It was a very small picture. So I heard that, but you don't really think that. I'm thinking, okay, maybe we need another pillow for the bed. This was the size of our bed. So I did not know what to do with it at all. And I definitely knew it wasn't. She washes everything. She's a very big stickler of it. And I took one look. I said, there's no way this is going in.
and I still washed it.
Yeah. I had to take
The
it
cover
apart.
comes off.
Cover come-
We washed it, bleached it, did the whole thing, and it's in tip-top shape. And the kids love it, right?
Oh, they use it
still
as a
use it.
trampoline now. In our
They
bedroom.
jump on it, they slide on it. My 4-year-old wants us to put it actually at an angle up against our bed,
Yeah.
and he just slides down it.
Slide.
I mean, it's
Very
like,
interesting. But
we have a lot of fun
we've
with that.
she's the most difficult piece that she's thrifted was a baby grand piano in flawless shape. And our steps, as you know, they go up, they're both sides, and they're very narrow. And only one person can carry a 1,000-pound thing on each side, which clearly wasn't happening. And the fellas that I
With the
was-
legs on the piano?
no, definitely had to take them off.
Okay.
But this thing was so wide, my steps are not wide. I
No.
had to turn it sideways.
Right.
And what became the problem with that was I was fortunate enough to find at least 4 or 5 guys to help me. The problem with that is only 2 would fit or 3 would fit on one side. And
Yeah.
I had to get involved and be the one side by myself because they couldn't fit and my elbows between their
So
elbows.
where is Dee while this is happening?
Oh, she's still out
Guiding
shopping.
them up
and-
the
yeah.
No, I was
Guiding
there.
them
I
up
was
the-
guiding
yeah.
them up the stairs. A little to the
Yeah,
left.
with
a
a
little
1,000-pound
to the right.
piano with no legs. Yeah.
Don't scratch that. It's, me sweating,
I had to ask that,
you know, calling my chiropractor afterwards. I need to come there now. But yeah, so when you see the items, everything, and this is, kudos to you because I tell you what, every single thing in our house has been thrifted in one way or another by this lady here.
Yeah.
It's just, and beautiful things. I mean, she's furnished it literally like $1 million house. It's incredible.
Thank you.
So we wouldn't have that. We have a lot more things than I would have cared for, but we wouldn't have anything.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for you. That I gotta say.
Thank
So,
you. I
thank
appreciate
you
that.
for
Just
making our
yes-
house a home.
Yesterday, I found a very high-end crystal bowl, which I ended up, it was actually half off. So I bought it for $6.99. And he saw that and he was like, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous.
Heavy.
Where did you, oh, never mind. I love it.
I have to check myself.
You do. You do. He has a good check and
We
balance.
never shop at any regular stores anymore.
No.
And you've kind of made that happen for me. I never went to thrift stores.
No.
The thought of going
He would
in
sit
them,
in the car.
I didn't know enough about them. I didn't understand them. I'd walk in, get lost, and walk out never buying anything. I
Yeah.
couldn't. She could find a Bugatti or Robert Graham shirt in 1,000 shirts. I'm not that guy. So for me, I always would, buy this here, pay top dollar there, and she's made it in my head where I just don't understand going to those stores anymore.
Yeah.
I've even corrected you. Say
that's
you want to go get your clone at why would I want it at Macy's? Why?
Yeah.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
You get me a custom something.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We actually went away for the weekend and then we ended up in a department store and we're literally just kind of going, we're not used to this anymore because it's all the same
Yeah.
items on the shelf and just different colors and different sizes, but there's no hunt. Now he goes into thrift stores with me. He doesn't sit in the car anymore. He's a good boy. He comes in, and even if we have our little one with us, and he grabs the little guy and we shop and do our thing, and you end up finding stuff, and right?
You brought me in one day, and I'm obviously some of the side things I do, tequila and other things that I'm involved in, and I'm looking on one of those shelves, and there is a tequila gun
Yeah, I saw
that
that.
you pour liquor,
Yeah,
you pour
yeah.
the tequila.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
it's
you
really
don't go
cool.
to Macy's and find out. You don't go to another regular clothing
No,
store.
no.
These items don't exist, so you never know what you're going to find. And
It was a
90% of the
vintage
time,
glass
Yeah.
gun that was actually a tequila bottle,
yeah,
and it was missing the stopper, like a corkscrew in front, but we were able to replace that easily, and he loved that. He's so proud of that.
it's so
I'm glad
amazing.
I'm glad you found one thing of our thrifted items that you
Well, I
absolutely
mean,
adore.
and I love the bar that you brought home. I mean, that bar is just, that's a Frank Sinatra type
Yeah.
of, something
Yeah.
you see and
Yeah.
you can never get in
Goodfellas.
there. Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, I love and enjoy having this in our house because people come over and it's definitely something they talk about.
Yeah.
Where did you get that?
Yeah, absolutely.
This lady.
That was the first thing that hit me.
Yeah, it's
That's the
incredible.
bar, right?
The bar when I got there.
Yeah.
And the price, I mean, you can't buy a chair for that.
$75. I think it was listed for about $130, and I went back and forth.
What about the dining room table, the big round table? Was that there?
No. That was one of the first items she's thrifted. When I came here to California, I'm originally from
That
New
was
York.
years ago.
I came here. I was managing some celebrities on the side. I had a contract with Russell Simmons. Got a couple artists on, and I didn't have anything, no place to stay. I was going to fly back to New York, and she said, "No. you could get a little place here, and she picked out this table and found this incredible. I mean, it belongs like Knights of the Round Table. This thing
Yeah,
is just
great.
incredible.
Well,
What's the seat? 14 people?
No.
Go
well,
ahead.
there's a story
Close.
behind that because that was thrifted at the store that is seen on Storage Wars. So Brandy and her ex-husband have this store in Orange, right? So they'll find stuff in Storage Wars, the reality TV show, and then they'll take them to their store and sell them. So I went to that store and picked up that
What did you pay
piece.
for that table?
$600. $600, and it's.
Had
I
to
mean,
be
it's probably
4 or 5 times more than that.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
Oh, yeah.
I would say that probably retails over $8,000 easily.
Yeah.
It's very thick wood. It's round. It's
Oh, yeah,
huge,
it's
and the
great.
chairs are leather and also upholstered. Gorgeous piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have really nice pieces, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Really.
I don't notice those anymore. But yeah, you're right. We have a lot of cute.
And once we move all the clothes racks, and we can start seeing the piano. but,
I think I'm going to go in withdrawals when we end up taking all that stuff out
Yeah,
of
it's
the
gonna
house
feel-
and
what is
put
this?
it in a boutique.
I can see the couch now. This
Yeah.
doesn't look good.
And we have 2 cats. One that never comes out until nighttime. Like she just will live in the garage by her own choosing and comes out at night and goes straight up to my 10-year-old daughter's room and just lays with her all night. And then morning time, she goes away. So that one, fine. But the other black cat that we have, she gets lost amidst all those.
I saw her on the couch, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every once and again we find her on the couch. By the time she's like in between racks and we can't find her, and I'm going, oh gosh, I hope she
She
doesn't go to the
outside.
bathroom on
Oh.
anything. Thank God she hasn't. But yes, we end up losing pets between racks of clothing. We have a lot of fun, don't we?
Yeah.
Though
Oh, yeah.
we really do.
I never know what the day is going to bring.
And isn't that the fun part about being with me?
Well, yeah.
I mean, one of the fun parts.
No, it really is. At the end of the day, we laugh, we talk about it, and then we also,
Cry
you
about
can't,
it.
Well, you can't, after I re-examine and evaluate and check with myself, you wouldn't have found this anywhere else. It's an amazing piece. We're lucky to have what you brought home.
That's the downfall of being a professional thrifter. It's really hard to let go if you find something really amazing, even if it's a larger piece of furniture or whatever. It's real hard to just walk away from it and not purchase it. But then you end up having a storage problem. So yes, I use all those things when I'm redoing homes and I'm restyling them. But then storing all those items in the house, that becomes his problem.
Well, I'm starting to look at it like, what the future holds, where things are going to end up. I mean, we had the benefit of staying at a $8 million beach house recently. One of our friends was gracious enough. He was away, and allowed us to stay there for a little bit. And this lady here furnished that entire downstairs,
Yeah.
for not 40 grand, not 50 grand, for $1,500. And I'm talking about mirrors that are 8 foot tall, beautiful rugs, like
Yeah.
this is what you
It
do.
actually ended up being just a little under 1,000.
I mean,
So he's
incredible.
right.
So-
We redid the whole bottom floor of his condo right on the beach, and gorgeous, gorgeous location. I like things that are really big and over the top. Like you said, oversized mirrors and rugs, and these are brand new items that I thrifted.
yeah, I mean,
Price
when,
tag's
when
so
you're
on.
talking about styling celebrities, styling someone's home, you can't just do it out of the air. You have to have these things or know. And
Right.
so you have all of these things ready for that crazy call or that very unique item. And, so it took me a little bit to understand what you're thinking and try to get into, what you're coming up with. And once you got that call and someone said, hey, can you style my house or can you do, then I knew. I said, she's got it. She's
Yep.
already got the stuff. She don't need to go start looking for it. So when she sees that rare, unique item, whether we need it or not at the time, or it has anything to do with us, you grab it because you know
Yep.
where it's going to end up. And that I had to learn about you,
And you
and
appreciate
now I appreciate it. At first, it was, why do I need 8 dressers? But now I get it. And you watch shows like Chip and Joanna Gaines or this one, that one. They have their storage and they have these things for a reason, and the outcome of what they're doing on whatever it is that they're doing at the time comes out gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you're
And I
doing.
need options because, not every house I do is going to be a beach house. Not every house is going to be a country house. So it's different styles, different things. I need different items and where those items go. Like I picked up 2 billiard chairs
Yeah,
that were $1,800 a piece.
incredible.
$1,800. And I think I spent for both of them like under $50.
What were they?
Billiard chairs, professional when they're in the
Oh, yeah, I love
tournaments.
those.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gorgeous.
And I really do think they're brand spanking
yeah, they're
new.
not a scratch on them.
Not one scratch on them. And I called him because I knew his response because we were just talking about not having enough space. And I said, look, I know we just had this
Literally.
conversation like last night, but I found these chairs and I'm telling you online, they're $1,800 a piece. And for this price under $50, there's no way I could just walk away from them. Everybody's looking at them and they're trying to figure out where they go in their house. But because there's only 2, they're very select pieces and it has to go with a certain type of table and whatever if you don't have a billiard table. And he's like, oh my gosh, babe, where are we going to put those? I said, you don't understand. If you were standing right here and you saw these are huge chairs. They're oversized. They're gorgeous pieces. These need to really come home. He goes, oh, okay.
So
All
how'd
right.
they get home?
Well, I had the thrift store guys put them into my car.
Guys.
There were guys. There were probably about 3 of them.
Yeah,
And
one of me.
one of him, yes. And I brought him home and he's coming down the stairs going, oh, literally like this. And I said, don't worry, they're not that big. Well, they're pretty big.
And
But-
heavy.
And heavy. And he opened
Solid
up
wood.
the
Oh, yeah.
trunk and
Quality.
yeah. And then he was actually very annoyed for about 20 minutes or more. Got him up the stairs by his lonesome. I did hold the door.
And I appreciated that.
I did. I was there. Alex
Next is the pool table.
Alex
Yeah.
held the door too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh. He's been saying he's wanted one of those, and if I do find one thrifting and it's not
I doubt if you
broken
find
up,
a
I'll
pool
take it.
table thrifting. I know
Oh.
where you can get
Oh,
one. Though.
was that a challenge?
No,
You made
no.
Oh,
First
was that a
mistake.
challenge?
I know
Did it.
better.
No, not to challenge.
I know better than to tell her.
One
Okay.
thing you can never do is say, I'm looking for this item around her, or
No.
that you can't get this item
No.
around her. Because, right?
Yeah.
Forget about it.
It becomes a challenge, and I need to get through the
Ron,
challenge.
I'm a very sensitive sleeper. And if there's a light on, I don't care if it's a little red dot
Oh,
on.
gosh.
I have to put tape over the alarms because I can't see any light. I like complete darkness when I sleep. And every now and then, a light will wake me up, and it's her phone, 2, 3 in the morning. Finding that item because someone said she couldn't find that item, and by golly, she'll find it, and then she'll go to bed, but she will find it.
Okay, but in all fairness, I'm not a real good sleeper, so I'll fall asleep and then wake up. And
You're
then
not a
have-
good sleeper because you
not.
got to find that item. You'd sleep just fine if we didn't need to find any item.
It's true. And when he starts kind of moving, and I'm like, oh, great. I'll just get up and go into the bathroom area and just look on my phone there. And I've purchased a few things in the middle of the night. Yes, online.
Quite a few.
Secondhand stuff, different sites. And, things will just show up at our house. We have things shipped. I'll have them shipped to the house. And then he goes, I don't remember you telling me we bought this. And I'll be like, well, that's because I
Yes.
didn't tell you.
Yes, every now and then I'll head down to her little boutique that I designed for her. And I'll start looking around because, she's a clean freak. So when she's a clean freak, but she gives me the job to clean it.
Yeah,
So that being
I
said,
saw that.
I know what I've cleaned. And then I'll go down to her boutique and I'll see a lot of items that I know I didn't clean, but I know they had to be cleaned to get there because she wouldn't allow it,
Yeah.
which means she's kind of snuck things in behind my back.
If they're little things that I
Come
can
and
wash
see.
and disinfect myself, I do it.
Yeah. So every now and then I'll go down there for another hour and just stare at items and I go,
And he'd be like,
Oh.
I don't remember this one. I don't remember this because I have little knickknacks and bejeweled things and accessories. I don't remember cleaning that. I don't remember that. I'm like, okay, well, let's talk about something else.
the cool thing is that I mean it is so much stuff, but when you get your store and you have your boutique and you finally get it all set up the way you're looking to set it up, it's not just going to be like you said, a Macy's, or everybody can buy that same ring or that
No.
same thing. You have such unique items. Anybody coming in your store will walk out of a one of a kind,
Yeah.
unique,
Yeah.
no one else going to
Yeah.
wear it kind of thing. And I like that.
Yeah.
That's going to be, if you're going to be able to let it go is another story. It's like, no, that's not for sale. No, that's
It's
not
all for sale. That's the only way you can put it.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, yeah.
And
Exactly.
you
She can't be there. She
you
can't
make-
be there.
make the appointment with her as an event.
Yes. Yes.
Mm. I can let most things go, but there are just certain items
That's
that
why you can't be there. I'll have to be there. Other people
Yeah,
have
she's
to
not
run
going
the
to
store.
be behind the counter. We're not going to
No,
Oh
allow
my
that.
gosh. It's going to be extremely hard for her to she can't be around.
I just
You
get
can't be-
attached to
Yeah,
things
you definitely do.
because I visualize them in certain scenarios, or maybe I'll pick up an outfit that I can see wearing for one of my kids' birthdays or whatever, an event for them. And, once I wear it for that, it's really hard to part with that because I'm reminded of that particular event. And then it has memories and it goes in the memory pile and I can't get rid of it. But I'm doing better, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
had an event
yeah.
at our house, our first event where we actually sold right straight from whoever wanted to, pick up items right then and there. And I was able to let go,
Yeah, you were really good.
right?
Yeah.
I gave away a lot of stuff.
I've watched her as somebody was trying to walk down the steps with what they bought. Robert.
Mhm. So, no, but it went really well, and you did really well. It was a fun
you.
night. It actually was
Thank
a fun
you.
night.
Thank you. And thank you for putting it together because this man did everything to make it set up so that it looks gorgeous. You were there, Papa Ron, right? I mean, you loved it yourself, didn't you? It would look perfect. Perfect.
Yes, I enjoy watching people trying to say to her, "Where'd you get that?
Hmm.
Oh, how much is that?"
Yeah.
She works at it.
Yeah.
It does. Nobody rings the doorbell and says, "Now, what do you want to buy?"
No, every piece. And I have an entire bridal collection too. Brides' dresses, bridesmaids' dresses, flower arrangements, decorations, you name it. There's like an entire section.
Every time I'm at the house, I discover something new.
Yeah.
As I was walking into what used to be a garage, okay, there's that panel
One day.
that you pull back. Yeah, that you pull back, and there was some storage up there, some hats. It was up there. She knows where everything is.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's the scary part.
You have like kind of sort of photographic memory,
I do.
and you the way you know your brands and know items. I mean, from clothing to furniture to everything, you just know it, and I find that fascinating because I mean, you want to talk about cars, I'll talk with you for a while. I'm good at that one thing.
I'm clueless on cars, guys.
Furniture, clothing, hats, shoes, plants. I mean, camera. You just
Accessories,
know everything, and you never come home with an item that's kind of valued at the same thing you got it for. No, it's like you literally get something that's worth a lot of money, or at least 10 times more than what you got it for.
Yeah.
I find that amazing. That day you blew me away with the tools. I was in construction for years, and I was a laborer, and then I was a framer, and I always busting my butt out there in the sun, and I know what tools cost. And you show me this bag of 5 Makita saws in a custom bag, brand new, unused. I already know off the top of my head, one of them has got to be $110 to $150 each. She says, "This is a good deal for $20, right? Everything,
$20.
$20."
I
this is who
FaceTimed
she
him, or
is.
I sent him a text from the thrift store because I knew enough to know that those look like some really good tools, but I didn't know what they all did. So I either took a picture or we FaceTimed, and I said, "Is this worth $25?"
And mind you,
This
I
whole
didn't need any
bag
tools,
filled.
not one.
And he's like, "How much?" He said, "Let me see that again." And he
How
goes,
could I not?
"Absolutely, bring him home."
100%.
So I'm like, "Oh,
I
okay."
could sell it for a quarter price and still do well. I mean, it was incredible, but that's what you do, So, I've gotten to a point where if you feel you need to get it because I know it will come in
Do
handy.
you
It's of
trust me that
value.
much, huh?
Yes, I do.
Uh,
I do. I didn't used to. I
uh-huh.
didn't used to make me crazy.
Uh,
Still make me crazy, but in a good way, And no, but I mean anybody like so everybody and anybody should call you no matter what they're looking for because you shocked me in such ways of the things that you know about and score on and again
yeah.
not necessarily for us 90% of the time you're getting it because somebody else is going to need that item and you're already giving them a deal and they don't know it could be somebody 3 years down the road that gets those Makita saws.
Yeah.
Trust me, when they want
Yeah.
to build a house they're going to want those for $20. It's
Sure.
like, oh my gosh, I mean, look at the times we're in. Buying eggs, buying food, buying.
That's true.
I mean, people that are out of a job. We saw a fella that got in an accident the other day near our house, and he was. I could only assume by his truck and who he was that he was one definitely in construction,
Oh,
and all of his tools got ruined, right?
yeah.
Like, and so
Yeah. That was a pretty bad
people
accident
people
nearby.
want to reach out to you
Yeah.
for so many reasons. And
Well, thank you.
thank you for
It's nice to know you're proud of me.
doing what you I am proud of you. Of course I'm proud of you. So I love you and
Thank you.
thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And to the viewers out there, I just wanted to say thank you guys also for supporting us and allowing us to kind of share with you guys our home life, our family life, our professional life. Ron is here with us. He's part of our family.
He's
I mean,
family.
he's
our
family.
papa.
He's Papa Ron. Like my kids call him Papa Ron. Everybody calls him Papa Ron.
When
You're
you-
Papa Ron.
When you mention somebody and it brings a smile to your face just by that's who you are to
Oh,
us.
thank you.
Just from the
Yes.
Listen, it's a pleasure to be associated with you. I didn't plan this, and it makes sense to listen to the two of you because I've observed it. I've observed the looks that both of you give each other when something's a little out of whack, and somehow D wins. I
Yep.
mean, yeah,
Somehow.
exactly.
happy.
Yeah, I
Right,
know.
right.
And when I saw you out on the patio making the mannequins and painting and getting your hands full of paint and
Oh.
all that, and D is saying, "Look how wonderful that is." I'm going, "Yeah, okay." D."
I mean, it gets me on film sanding the butt,
I
But
did. I did.
This
I got
all
him.
leads to what $1 Million Thrift can do for people getting in touch with her, just
Yes.
like you said.
Yes.
And if you need something, if you need help, I mean, that's what it
Reach
is.
out, guys. If
Yeah.
you need the help, reach out. I'm available for hire. I don't charge an arm and a leg. I'm reasonable and I love doing it. And part of my job is to get to know what you're looking for and give you the best possible outcome.
Yeah, it would
Best
be worth your
possible.
time because whether she may already have it, but if you don't, you will find it that night. I'm not kidding you guys.
Well, I
She
don't know
won't
about
sleep.
that night, but
She
I
won't
certainly will
sleep.
be working on it
She
that
won't
night.
sleep till she gets it.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything
Well,
like it.
I like to complete projects.
Yeah.
There's a project in front of me that needs to be done. It's not going to be sitting. I don't procrastinate. I want it done and off to the next thing.
And not and just as a little added note, the amount of things that are recycled because of you and
Yeah.
and not thrown away and not
That's true.
out there ruining the environment. You repurpose things, you fix things. I fix things or cut things and turn it into a table that may not have been a table. But you bring
Yeah.
you bring it home.
Are you saying we're a good team?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Definitely.
So we are a wonderful team together, and we not only are we a good team together in our household, we have extended our outreach to include Papa Ron and everybody that we're working with to bring this out to you guys and have it be a little bit more public. So I hope to help. I hope to be able to reach out to everybody's household and just teach you guys that it's okay to save money and it's okay to go secondhand. It's okay to clean something off if it's dirty. It's okay to pick up gently used things. It's okay. There is no stigma. There shouldn't be a stigma. Whether you have money or you don't have money, whether you can afford it or not, it doesn't make a difference. You still don't need to go spend the high prices. You can find really good things for a fraction of the price. And I'm living proof. And thank you to my two wonderful men here and beside me who have been nothing but supportive, loving, caring, and most importantly for me, protective of me. protective on the business side, protective on the home front and business side.
We
Thank
have to.
you.
Look how she looks. We have to protect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you again to all of you viewers. We appreciate you following us and listening to our content, listening to what we do and what we have in store for hopefully you guys in the near future. And I want to thank Ron Alexenburg for being here, for being part of our family, and my better half, Robert Tranchina. I want to thank my family, my kids, who in a few minutes after we're done with the podcast will be calling me, asking me, how'd it go, Mom? We're so proud of you. This is the type of family we have, and this is the type of outreach we have. We're there for one another. We build each other up. We don't break each other down. It's so easy nowadays to break each other down, and that doesn't need to be. And certainly not in the household, certainly not in your family, in your friendship circles. Don't need to do that. So stay strong, everybody out there, and keep following us. And thank you again for being on the show. And we will see you guys next time. I'm Dee London, Robert, and Ron with $1 Million Thrift.